Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is JPhanta. Welcome back to a brand new video. You guys liked the previous top 5 free-to-play units I want to see in Dokkan list. So we're going to continue that trend and do the top 5 free-to-play units I want to see awaken in Dokkan Battle. Obviously, it's got to be an existing card. And then in this slideshow presentation, this amazing slideshow presentation, I'm just going to predict what the card will awaken to, what its passive, leader skills, and stuff like that. If you guys enjoy this video at any point in time, remember to leave a like, comment down below your free-to-play cards you want to see awaken, and remember, we have daily uploads here, so put on notification bell. I'd really appreciate it. So, without further ado, let's get into the top 5 units I want to awaken in Dokkan Battle. Starting this list off, we have Tech Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. This card is a very, very old card. One of the first great free-to-play cards to ever release, now has turned into such a useless card. There is obviously some big issues with this card at the moment, one being the defense. There is just no defense and the high chance of only getting a 180% attack. Well, when I say only, I mean like, it's just like high chance is just unreliable, really. So, of course, he's already a TUR, so we're going to be expecting an Extreme Z Awakening. Obviously, it's not going to be an LR because the All Potential system is only at 3,000-ish. For the leader skill, when you EZA, it's being a tech leader already, it's going to just increase that tech leader skill, being a 50% tech leader. And then the EZA will also provide a category that it will lead. And I think Super Saiyan 3 category would be good. We actually don't even have a free-to-play Super Saiyan 3 leader for 77%, so that will be taken from this guy. So that would be really good, and we'll just start the trend of hopefully a really good Super Saiyan 3 free-to-play category team. For the super attack mechanic, I went with greatly raised attack. I just want this guy to just hit like a truck, so that's going to be really awesome. My next option was immense damage, but that is really, really unlikely. So greatly raised attack for 1 turn with supreme damage is probably the best. In my heart, I really wanted to get rid of the, you know, rarity chance to get that 180% boost in attack, but I just opted in with a great chance and then 188% attack boost. So just a little bit of an attack boost, just with higher rarity and just a bit of defense. And I think that's all it needs to become like a semi-decent free-to-play card. And that would be really good. So that is Tech Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku. Of course, when he awakens EZAs, he will not change categories or links. The next unit that we are talking about is STR Rage Trunks. A very old card. When released, it was semi-decent. 30% attack and defense for 7 turns. Which was okay. I mean, it's for Dokkan events, it was okay. For the leader, I don't really care what he leads at that point. He was like a tech and STR leader. So, I have no idea what his leader could be. Exploding Rage category could be fine. There's a lot of categories that he does fit in. So, one of those. But because it's just going to awaken into a TUR, it's not going to matter too much. The most important thing is these passives. So, I wanted to increase his attack and defense, of course. 80% attack and defense. And because he had a turn counter, I wanted to keep that for 10 turns, just like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. And just like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, I wanted to give him some damage reduction. I think that would be really cool. 30% damage reduction would be really, really good. And 10 turns is quite a lot. That's enough for Super Battle Road. That's enough for Ultimate Clash or just a Dokkan event. The only issue is if you try to bring him on a long event. And even then, if you have a really good team, then you can still beat some of those Infinite Dragon Ball History events in under 10 turns. But nothing too crazy about him. I just want to see a really good Trunks come along for free-to-play. Like, do we really have a good Trunks other than maybe potentially the EZA, LR, AGL Trunks? Not really that many good Trunkses. Then we have Tech Jiren. This one was just a fan-made kind of card because I want to see a Universe 11 free-to-play team very soon. I know this doesn't really help the cause because he already exists, but having him awaken would be really nice to make him a usable asset to the team. And I think what the idea I've sparked up with Tech Jiren, it could be pretty good for everybody. So he awakens into a TUR, and what I based his passive and categories and stuff like that is pretty much to help out the LR full power Tech Jiren. Not only is this Jiren going to link really, really well with the LR Tech Jiren, because LR Tech Jiren is full power and this guy is just normal, but also we're going to apply some of the debuffs to the enemy that will help out the LR Tech Jiren. So medium chance to stun the enemy is really good because I believe if LR Jiren attacks a stunned enemy, it's a guaranteed critical. or it's either the one where an enemy's lowered attack and defense. I can't remember Jiren's passive right off the bat. But we also have the debuffing, so attack to enemies minus 20% in attack for 2 turns, which is really, really good. It allows them to debuff and also chance to stun. And then he also has the 50% damage reduction in his normal card. As long as you get 10 key, I'll keep it like that. But also provide him with extra defense. So defense plus 11% every hit received. You know, 11 being universe 11, max 110%. So this will take it some time to build up, but I think that's like a necessary like trade-off. I feel like you want to run this guy first and then LR take Jiren so you can have a potential debuff first. And that's the reason why. And then, you know, he might start off rough, but then once he gets to 110% defense and the 10% damage reduction, he'll be really good in first slot. So that will work in the long time, but in early time, it might be a little risky, which is what I kind of like to see. And if he does get an easy A, obviously they can fix that, have him like extra defensive or more damage reduction or something like that to fix that problem. But as a TUR, I feel like that's a good trade-off. I don't want to like be too biased for free-to-play cards. Like I could give everybody like 200% attack and defense, you know, 80% damage reduction, but that's just not realistic at the end of the day. And that is the number 3 card. We're running through these really quickly. Compared to a brand new card, it's very easy to talk about since there is a base card to reference. The number 4 card, we have AGL Vegeta and Bulma. When this card came out, it really gave me like a hope for free-to-play that they get treated the same way in a way for compared to, you know, the summonable cards, because this was the first unit to counter. And back then, like, counters were, like, such a big deal with AGL Vegeta. So when I saw that, hey, free-to-play can even bring counter units, I felt like that free-to-play would get the same treatment in a way with abilities and stuff like that in relations to the summonable cards. Like countering a super attack, more active skills and stuff like that, transformations. And this card was the start of the hope for that. Right now, he's not really that great. Obviously, with Bulma, the categories are lackluster. Only, like, join forces, Vegeta's family, and something else. Exploding Rage or something like that. Obviously, an Awakening probably will not help that cause. But if we can make this card just a little bit more busted, then that would help the categories that he is in more effective. And because he was released with the other STR Vegeta and Bulma, they could get an easy A and make them more relevant again, since they haven't got their easy A yet. So that would be a nice feature for both the summonable people as well as the free-to-play players. So for the card's details, he was restricted with only versing 1 enemy. I don't like that, so we went with Ki plus 3, attack and defense plus 100%. Took out the 1 enemy restriction. That way, at least he can verse in Super Battle Roads. Counters normals, like usual, but just like the Vegetos, he has a damage reduction of 50%. That's definitely a necessary thing, I feel like, for counter units. And then if he's in the 2nd or 3rd slot, allow him to do an additional super attack, and with these super attacks, raise his attack and defense for 1 turn, making him just a little bit more of a defensive, capable character. That's really what I want. All you need for this guy is a little bit extra attack power, and definitely a lot more defense, because even though he has 50% damage reduction on normals, super attacks could still hurt him quite a bit. And at 100% attack and defense is actually not that much to this day and age, especially with his low stats. Alright, so we've done number 4. Now onto honorable mentions. This is pretty much the section where I can just add more cards to show you guys what cards need awakenings without really wasting a spot in the list. It's really just an excuse. So here are my honorable mentions. We have Bulma, the Tech Bulma. She's like the only free-to-play card that requires her own orbs, that has an easy aid other than the Ginyu Force and the Bardock Squad. Obviously, those cards need to easy aid as well. That would be really good, especially the Ginyu Force. If JP ever wants to release their ESBR number 3, so I feel like those cards need some Extreme Z Awakenings. Then we have the Barbershop 70% units, so Krillin, Great Saiyan Man, Deborah, Nappa, as well as the Full Power Master Roshi. We are at that point where 100% leader skills for a free-to-play card is definitely necessary. So them being 100% leader would be really good, and making them a 40% support would be super, super awesome. Using type teams is still not dead. It's still very fun to use type teams, so hope that happens. Then we have the Super Strike cards. They are literally a forgotten set of cards that Dokkan has never, ever other than Super Strike Vegeta, featured ever again. Like, they just hit the daily rotations, and then that's it. They've forgotten about them. They need to awaken, right? Some of them have flat boost. Some of them just need a passive upgrade, a leader skill upgrade, something to make them somewhat usable. Because, like, literally there's, like, 2 cards out of all of them. Maybe even just 1, Android 16, which is a usable card. And the rest are useless. So those need to awaken. And being a TUR SA15 would be really, really good. Then we have the World Tournament cards. These ones are like... We already know World Tournament cards are going to awaken eventually. But I would like to have some easy A's for the older World Tournament cards. LR Piccolo. This Bardock here, which has a flat boost. Like, pretty much the ones that have a flat boost, we need to easy A ASAP. The Super Saiyan Tech Goku support card really needs an easy A. His support is just terrible. It needs to be updated to this current meta. Even, like, SR cards have better supports than that guy. And then finally is the Dokkan Fest SSR card. So, Shenron, Tapion, the AGL Cell, the Angel Vegeta. Those need an awakening and an easy A. They've done it with the Int Final Form Frieza. So why haven't they done them for the other cards? And we've seen how busted Int Final Form Frieza is. So I can only expect the best when they do awaken and easy A. So those are my honorable mentions. And then, of course, we are not done yet. We are at our #1 spot. Now, I'm kind of cheating here because there's actually 2 cards in here. But because they are released at the same time, I think it'd make the most sense. And it is the Golden Frieza and the Int Super Saiyan Broly. Golden Frieza is probably one of my most used TUR cards in the game. The physical one. He fits in so many categories. He fits in so many Super Battle Road teams for me that I've used him quite a lot. Very worth it. He doesn't really need an easy A as much as in Super Saiyan Broly. Broly has definitely gotten the short stick here. He didn't really get much of a shine. Just because even though he has a decent amount of attack and defense, it wasn't enough, I guess. And so with them both easy A with higher stats, that would help out a lot. So we'll talk about Broly first. His category is Movie Bosses leader, 77% leader. That's actually very beneficial because there's no better leader than 77%. Our best leader for Movie Bosses is actually Metal Cooler, the LR, which is 70% leader. So that would be a benefit for Broly and for the Movie Bosses category. And because we're going in this really defensive Broly aspect now, raise attack and defense at an infinite rate with his SA. He already raises attack infinitely with his SA right now. So adding that defense would be really, really good. And just a minor attack and defense boost, 70% attack and defense. Attack and defense plus 30% for each turn. And then max at 90%. So it's a slight attack and defense boost. But the biggest thing here is the leader skill and the super attack mechanic. And I think he can be a very viable unit to bring. Especially if you're running the Int Legendary Super Saiyan Broly. Free-to-play could have at least a unit to link up with him in that Movie Bosses category. And then Frieza here. I mean, like I said, he's already a good support. So there's not much you need to change for him. He can be a transformation boost leader since he's already one to begin with. He will lead for 77%. His super attack should be able to debuff. A lot of Friezas do that, so why not him? So lower attack would be really good. And then just be a Movie Bosses support for 40%. Boom. Perfect. He can keep his 30% damage reduction. He can keep every time he receives an attack plus 15% defense at a max at 60%. Just give him the support, the lowering attack, and then just a little bit of base defense at the start of the turn, such as 60%. So he doesn't have to be a strong unit. He just has to be a defensively good unit. That's it. And that's pretty much it. That is my presentation for the top 5 free-to-play units I want to awaken in Dokkan Battle. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of the list, what you guys want in Dokkan to awaken, whether that's free-to-play or pay-to-play. Remember to leave a like on this video if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to the channel, comment, all that good stuff. We have daily uploads here on the JPhanta channel, so make sure you put on notifications bell and check out all my social medias in the description. But with that said, I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until the next one, stay healthy, stay safe, stay fizzy. Peace out.